to make sure they don't die. If I were the fire chief, that would be a rule. You find people in the burning building with a lot of smoke, you stay with them. You don't send them off in some wild goose chase.
Patrick Murphy says one of the employees exited on the 27th floor, escaped through an opposite stairwell, and she tried to get help for the co-workers that she knew she had left behind in the other stairwell.
According to her, she talked to 2 or 3 people and said, I got friends up in that stairwell on the east side. And they said, no, ma'am, everyone's out. And they wouldn't listen to her.
That was at 5:45 p.m., and it was an hour later that the victims were found in the 22nd floor stairwell. How did Fire Commissioner Joyce answer that?
If one civilian in a building that houses 2,500 people walks up to one fireman or 2 firemen or 10 people walk up and say there's somebody trapped on a certain floor, that message is broadcast on the radio. The radio system worked very well last night. But no, we don't drop our tools and we all run to the 22nd floor. There is a regimented way of doing battle with the fire.
You know, with all due respect to the fire commissioner, I don't question his ability to fight fires, but I think that perhaps his mission has been warped. He says that there is a certain way that you battle a fire. Truth is that firefighters' real job isn't to put out a fire. It's to save lives, then property. And in putting out the fire, they do that. That's what they're there for. But the purpose is basically saving human lives.
But
people
they know,
huddled, suffocating in a stairwell.
But they know how best to do that, one assumes. That when they're sending them back up, they know that they can't enter on that floor. Now, why someone wasn't sent with them, why they weren't aware that the doors lock in a stairwell and you can't get back in, so sending people up is like sending them up to the top of a chimney where smoke and all of that is beginning to just billow up there like a chimney. So that's a question to ask any fireman. But I'd like to know what their priorities are as a fireman. Are you supposed to fight the fire first? If there are people there, do you try to help them escape first? What is your priority?
Yeah. What's the primary goal here? To save lives or extinguish the fire?
Right.
If you have to choose one or the other, do you save the people or do you put out the fire?
We are the city of skyscrapers. That is our name. Go up in the Sears Tower. See where the skyscraper was invented.
All right.
We have more skyscrapers in this city, and unless we know that there's some policy in place and some way that you can safely exit a building, how are you going to feel safe in those today?
I want to jump ahead from the on these cuts there. Dick Devine, our Cook County State's Attorney, Dick Devine, was actually caught with the others in the stairwell.
I don't know the specifics. I'm not a firefighter. I don't know the protocols or anything like that. But common sense tells you that unless they all believe that all the doors were open on all the floors or most of the floors, that somebody should have been helping people.
Yeah. He wants to know who gave the order to evacuate the building, which the fire department says they would not have done and did not do.
All that the people in the building had was evacuate the building, use the stairwell. And if that was wrong, boy, it created a situation that a lot of people better hang their heads in shame about.
Dick Devine is calling for an investigation.
There should clearly be an investigation of what happened, what should have happened, and how we can rectify it so it doesn't happen again.
I'm looking at the front page of the Sun-Times yesterday. Where's the pain and indignation, Mr. Mayor? Where's the pain and indignation? Let's review what the city told us Saturday about the fatal fire. And Mark Brown in his column runs through what we were told about this fire.
Don't blame the mayor's friends and cronies and Stroger's friends and cronies who are management.
We underlined here, excuse me, but where was the indignation? Where was the pain? Where was Mayor Daley's anger? This was a terribly stupid way for 6 people to have to die in this day and age. It didn't have to happen. Patrick Murphy, he had 3 employees killed in the fire. He shouldn't have to be the only one out there saying so. Instead, we got the city's muted litigation defense response. Most of the questions are legitimate questions, but the mayor, don't blame anybody. Don't blame anybody. And that's all we've heard from the mayor. Don't blame anybody. Let's not blame anybody. Don't you dare point a finger. Oh, we wouldn't want that. Well,
it turns out the mayor has called for sprinklers in these high-rises at least 2 times, if not 3 times, that he has specifically requested them and then backed down under pressure from management companies, from the various
political donors.
Yes, etc., where he has backed off and not pressed for sprinklers. But this building was completely gutted and remodeled down to concrete in the 90s, and they didn't put in sprinklers because it's an older building. It still fits into that little crevice of law that says it doesn't have to have sprinklers. But they put in everything else, so you have to wonder about that.
All right. There are 6 people dead. There are 8 people in the hospital. 2 are in critical condition, and it didn't have to happen. Alderman Stone, we're going to talk to in just a minute, and we'll find out.
And we want to know your worries today as you're going into work, as you're working in a high-rise. You know, your worries.
720 WLS.
Let's say you're out having dinner and you decide to see a movie. Well, how do you find out when and where it's playing? Well, there's the hard way and the easy way. The hard way would be to go around the restaurant, squeezing into booths with complete strangers, interrupting their meal just to ask if they happen to know when and where your movie is playing. The easy way would be to use your Easy Edge-enabled cell phone from U.S. Cellular. With Easy Edge, you choose the services you want, like Moviegoer. The sales associates at U.S. Cellular will show you how to use it to find movie reviews, times, and theaters, which could really come in handy at that restaurant when you're trying to decide whether to have dessert or leave room for popcorn. At U.S. Cellular, they make it easy with Easy Edge.
U.S. Cellular, we connect with you. Right now, get free Easy Edge use for 2 months on select plans, plus get a free ringtone from Mod Tones. Application charges, terms, and conditions will apply. See store for details or call 1-888-BUY-USCC.
Brian, will you get Joel for me?
Sure thing.
You wanted to see me?
Yes, come in. I saw you hanging out in the break room a little while ago, Joel.
Yeah?
Well, I thought I gave you a lot of work this morning.
Sure did.
We had 1,000 yards of denim that had to get to New York, 2 different shipments of, let's see, rayon, about
2,000 yards.
Right. Plus about 10 other minor shipments. So what I'd like to know is, what were you doing in the break room with all that work to do?
Tapping.
Stop that. Are you nuts?
No, we're using FedEx.com, remember? I can get my job done in no time, so I've been catching up on my tap.
FedEx.com is our fastest, easiest way to ship. So fast you'll have plenty of time to get other things done around the office. Relax, it's FedEx.
I'm going to have to give you more work, Joel.
No problem. Bye.
Stop that.
See FedEx.com for details.
722 at WLS. It's a twofold question here. If you're a firefighter, later this hour we're going to have you call and explain why you would send people up the stairway if you know that the doors are locked. And the second part is the blame game, and that's open to all, and that is who do you blame for the deaths and injuries in that fire?
It's time to welcome a new WLS insider. We'd like to thank Frank LeMay of Crown Point, Indiana, for listening today. Frank LeMay, thank you for keeping it on News Talk 890 WLS.
723 and the WLS Chicagoland 3-day forecast.
Sunny, windy, unseasonably warm, high of 83. Tonight, clear, a low of 51. Tomorrow, partly sunny with a high of 62. And Wednesday, sunshine, 61. Again, today, though, wow, sunshine, windy, warm, 83 high. What a Monday.
49 O'Hare, 54. Midway, DuPage, 48. Lakefront, 59. 723 WLS time saver traffic. Ted Novak.
Watching Lakeshore Drive traffic still moving pretty well, both north and southbound, but the eastbound Elgin O'Hare delays Irving Park to right with an accident off to the side, then hitting the brakes again near Roselle. If you're traveling on the Northwest Tollway eastbound, slowing Randall to the Elgin Toll, Beverly to Route 59, and Route 58 most of the way to the Des Plaines and Oasis. Westbound still okay. Tri-State southbound pocket south of 132 down to 137. Northbound slowing 159th all the way up to Ridgeland, then onto the westbound 290 ramp, and then from 290 most of the way off to Toohey. If you're traveling traveling on I-88 eastbound, that is showing brake lights, Route 59 to past Naperville Road. Not bad, though, east of that point. Northbound 355, just a little tight near Maple. This report's brought to you by Panasonic Ideas for Life. Panasonic Plasma HD TV, breathtaking design and a picture that's in a class by itself thanks to a contrast ratio up to 3,000 to 1. Panasonic Ideas for Life, available at Best Buy. Ted Novak, WLS, time saver traffic.
724 at WLS. Roma and I were out at Binny's on Saturday in Naperville, and a lot of people came by. Hi, thank you for coming by.
Oh, it was so much fun to see you.
Tasting the Clay Station wines, the Viognier.
People asked us to taste that Viognier. They thought it was wonderful. We think it's wonderful. It won Best of California in the 2002 State Fair and turned Don's head toward white wines.
It's a French name, but it's not a French wine.
Right.
It's made in California.
And he thinks red wines are the only way to go, and suddenly he's convinced about Clay Station Viognier.
You got to give it a try. Huh? Give it a try.
Are looking for something interesting, new, more intriguing, some unique wine, find Clay Station Viognier, and if you can look for it at any of the 12 Binny's Beverage Depot locations. I think they sold out of it when we were out.
Viognier is spelled Viognier. Yeah, it's French sounding.
And they have other
California.
Great old world grape classics like Malbec and Shiraz and Pinot Grigio and Syrah, too.
You'll like it. 725 WLS.
Muller's Woodfield Acura with a super savings event now through Monday at 9 p.m. Every new Acura in stock is priced to sell. That's right. Muller's Woodfield Acura is ending the 2003 model year with a bang. We're offering our entire inventory of new Acuras, quality-assured used cars, and Acura-certified vehicles at prices unheard of until now. Visit our new state-of-the-art sales and service facility and see why this is the best time and Woodfield Acura is the best place to buy or lease the vehicle you want at the price you want. Save on Chicagoland's best selection of new Acuras, the RSX, MDX, 3.2CL, plus the 3.5 RL and TSX. Muller's Woodfield Acura on Higgins Road, just west of Gulf Road in Hoffman Estates. A leader in sales and customer satisfaction, has Chicagoland's largest selection of new Acuras and quality-assured vehicles. Find out for yourself why Muller's Woodfield Acura sells so many cars and always sells them for less. Log on to WoodfieldAcura.com. Muller's Woodfield Acura on Higgins Road, just west of Gulf Road in Hoffman Estates.
Prisons have a new chair that does a cavity search while you're sitting in it. They should make all airline seats like that.
Roe and Gary, weekdays 2 to 6 p.m. on News Talk 890 WLS.
727 at WLS. Officials are debating where to lay the blame, and one of those people who's pointing a finger, I guess, is Alderman Bernie Stone of the 50th Ward. Good morning, Mr. Alderman.
Hi, Bernie.
Good morning, Roma.
Welcome. This is a
I don't
sad...
have point a finger. No straight talk from me. There's no question that standing orders are that people stay where they're at. They don't evacuate a building.
Who told them to evacuate?
That's apparently a question, but it's pretty clear that the order of evacuation came either from the management of the building or the security guard who was in the employment of the management of the building.
So that was the number one mistake.
That order sent those people into, as you described it, a chimney, or as Patrick Murphy described it, right into a smoke-filled chimney.
Right. Okay, so that was the first mistake, ordering the evacuation. In the second case, we have the doors
locked. Not only was a mistake, it sent them to their death.
Right.
Yes, it did.
It's a horrible thing.
What can you imagine such a thing?
As far as the doors being locked, that has to be addressed and addressed immediately. We've got to either provide that the doors have to remain open, or for purposes of security, have an electronic opening device that in the event of a fire alarm will open all doors, because it cannot remain locked in the event of a fire.
So we have some conflicts here, because we have security as a basic need in these high-rises now, and we also have the conflict of safety of quick evacuation.
Yeah, well, we're dealing with lives, and lives come first. I'm less worried about security with respect to property than I am lives. However, in the case of a potential rapist, then I am worried about security, and that's why I'm suggesting electronic locks. We use an electronic lock that's tied in to the fire alarms, which is very similar to what they have at McCormick Place.
So in other words, when the fire alarm is sounded, that automatically, electronically unlocks all of those doors.
That's correct.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I think we'll propose immediately. But there's clearly, as far as the fireman who set them up, he set them out of the way of danger. To Roma's question is, why didn't he go with them? We don't know what he was doing. We don't know what orders he had. We don't know what assignment he had. I don't know why he didn't go with them. But his primary job is to fight the fire. The firemen did a magnificent job in fighting that fire. They got that fire out immediately.
Yeah.
Let me address the question of sprinklers. If you were asleep somewhere in that building, sprinklers might have saved your life if you were in the path of the fire. But sprinklers wouldn't have changed the course of these people being killed.
Oh, in fact, the sprinkler company man, I know he has a vested interest, but he said, indeed, that fire never would have occurred because by the time the temperature reached 190 degrees...
You're talking about Mr. Leah?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he sure has a vested interest. Incidentally, that he also contests the cost of retrofitting the sprinklers. And the reason he contests the cost is they're talking about using what's called PVC pipe, which is a pipe that gives off chlorine gas, which is odorless, colorless, and gives off an absolutely deadly gas called chlorine gas, which is like putting people into a gas chamber.
So you're suggesting that when Mr. Leah, who represents the sprinkler industry, when he says that they could retrofit that building for a certain price, he's using a price which is factoring in a use of PVC pipe.
Right. Now, they're currently, the technology is improving right now. They're coming up with a pipe that may replace that PVC pipe. And when they do come up with that type of a pipe, which won't give us a danger of chlorine gas, I'll be one of the big backers of retrofitting and putting in sprinkler systems. Sprinkler systems will stop fires. There's no question of that. But right now, you'd have a if we went to either the costly type of pipe, which would have to be put in, we'd have a ghost town of the loop. The loop would be a ghost town because nobody could afford to put in the sprinkler retrofit the loop with sprinkler systems.
So you'd put businesses out of town. They'd leave town, is what you're saying.
Absolutely. They go to places where they don't have to put it in. Now, we're getting very close to the point where we're going to have an economical plastic pipe that will be able to be put in. And then that will be the point at which we're going to start retrofitting and putting in sprinklers.
Personally, I'd take my chances with PVC before I'd take my chances in that chimney of a stairwell.
Well, we shouldn't be there. Number one, if those people would have remained in their offices,
they'd be alive.
They'd still be alive today.
Yeah, that's a shame.
The firemen came out I live in a high-rise out in the neighborhood, and they came out and they talked to the people in all the high-rise buildings. And the very first thing they told the people was stay in your apartment until the firemen tell you to leave. And these people stayed in their offices until the firemen told them to leave, they'd be fine. And unfortunately, the order was given to evacuate, apparently by either security or by management, and that sent these people to their death.
All right. Alderman Bernie Stone, thank you very much for your input this morning. Appreciate it. All right, 734, WLS.
Partly cloudy, 49 degrees in Chicago. Good morning. I'm Steve Scott with news on WLS, sponsored by your Carrier Air Conditioning and Heating dealer. Several top officials are asking Governor Blagojevich for an independent investigation of Friday's fire. Among those calling for an investigation, public guardian Patrick Murphy, who lost 3 employees in the blaze.
You know, I saw 2 of my people lying on the floor of the hospital dead. I had to identify them, and then I had to notify their parents. And I ain't going to let it go away. These 3 people worked for me for a total of almost 40 years.
Investigators think the fire may have started with a faulty light fixture in a 12th floor storeroom. The county administration building is closed today. There's been a meningitis outbreak in Chicago's North Side gay community. 6 cases so far. 3 men have died. The city health department now offering meningitis shots. Opening arguments today in the trial of accused D.C. sniper John Muhammad. He's one of 2 men charged in the shooting spree that left 10 people dead. Colorado judge will rule as early as today on whether Kobe Bryant will go on trial for rape. Many legal experts are predicting the Lakers star will stand trial. WLS Sports, the World Series, even at a game apiece after the Yankees beat Florida 6-1. Blackhawks 3-1 winners at home over Nashville. The Bears lost in the last minute in Seattle 24-17. 7:35 WLS Time Saver Traffic. Ted Novak.
Delays northbound Bishop Ford begin at 103rd, northbound 57 at 111th, and the inbound Ryan's 26 in from 95th. North 55 slowing Renwick to Weber. Then Stevenson in from the north-south tollway is 50 minutes 33 from the tri-state, so that's not too bad. Inbound Eisenhower 43 from the north-south tollway, 30 from Mannheim. Back out same travel time, 30 to Mannheim, 43 to I-355. Kennedy inbound though an hour from O'Hare, 33 from Montrose. Express will save you about 12 minutes. Back out's 30 to Montrose, 51 to O'Hare. The Edens inbound to 45 from Lake Cook. Back out a 32-minute trek. Reports brought to you by MSNBC's Hardball with Chris Matthews. Tonight on Hardball, Democratic presidential hopeful Senator John Kerry tells you why he thinks the president's post-war Iraq plan is all wrong and what he would do to fix it. Hardball with Chris Matthews every weeknight at 6 on MSNBC. Ted Novak, WLS Time Saver Traffic.
The WLS Chicagoland 3-day forecast: sunny, windy, and unseasonably warm today. A high of 83. Tonight, clear skies, low 51. Tomorrow, partly sunny and much cooler with a high of 62. Wednesday, sunny and 61. Recapping today, sunny, windy, and warm, the high 83. 49 at O'Hare now, 59 degrees along Chicago's lakefront. Next, traffic and weather at 7:50. News at 8. I'm Steve Scott, News Talk 890 WLS.
Do you want a warm, comfortable home? Of course. But what are you willing to pay in electricity? How about the same amount as used by a 100-watt bulb? That's what you get with a Carrier Weathermaker Infinity gas furnace with Comfort Heat technology. Add in what Weathermaker Infinity saves you on gas, and it's the most totally energy-efficient gas furnace you can buy, based on Gamma DOE data. With a variable speed fan that distributes warmth over longer cycles, eliminating drafts and hot spots. Weathermaker Infinity. It's the most totally energy-efficient gas furnace in the universe, besides the sun.
Homeowners, beat the weather and save. Get up to $650 Cool Cash Factory rebate on a new Carrier heating and cooling system. Hurry, special offer ends soon. For a Carrier dealer, call 1-800-CARRIER. That's 1-800-CARRIER for cool cash savings.
Carrier, 100 years of innovation.
Are your medical bills going up while the quality of your care goes down? Why is health care so expensive? If you're concerned about your health care, don't miss World News Tonight with Peter Jennings at 5:30 on ABC7.
So, how did Aunt Bunny's move go?
Oh, just great. I'll be glad to get home.
Here we are.
What happened to the house?
I wanted to surprise you, so I called Empire and got new siding and windows while you were gone.
800-588-2300. Siding and windows from Empire? The next day carpet people?
That's right. Empire Today also offers custom windows and vinyl siding. We deliver in a week and install in a day.
800-588-2300.
Empire Today's custom windows are energy efficient and easy to clean. Our vinyl siding comes in a selection of colors and styles. You'll never paint again. And it's Empire Today, so you'll save. Plus no payments till 2005.
I can't believe it. I've only been gone a week.
Are you mad?
Mad? I'm going to go away more often. 800-588-2300. Empire.
Today. Why wait 4 to 6 weeks? Get custom windows and siding in just 1 week with just one call to Empire Today.
Currently and through November 14th, WLS is executing a contest that announces potential cash winners on air through personal greetings. Names are generated through telemarketing and database campaigns. No purchase necessary. If you would like to sign up, click on WLSAM.com.
I need 3 polypropylene plastic drain cups, 2 polyethylene plastic CFL lighting adapters, and a plastic thermostat controller.
Some small business owners are very specific when it comes to plastic.
So that controller, polyethylene?
No, polycarbonate.
Especially when it's time to take out the plastic.
Here, put it on my American Express business card.
That's because from October 1st through November 30th, Open, the small business network, is offering double membership rewards points on virtually all supplies, materials, and equipment you buy with your American Express business card, no matter what business you're in. That's double the points towards hundreds of rewards from DVD players to mountain bikes to exotic trips, and that's double the reasons to leave cash, checks, and other plastic at the office.
So how you want all this? Paper or polyethylene?
Very funny.
Call 1-800-NOW-OPEN to learn more about earning double membership rewards points with your American Express business card. Or visit open.americanexpress.com/double points.
Enrollment in membership rewards program required. Offer valid for supplies, materials, and equipment only. Visit open.americanexpress.com/double points for complete details. Terms, conditions, and restrictions apply.
News Talk 890, WLS.
They're off. A good clean start to the new Nutri-Grain Granola Morning Marathon. We have an early leader, a Type A personality, and a pink skirt.
Hey, look at her go, Bob. She's setting a good pace.
She just broke a heel. Oh, she's out of the race. The pack is moving down Main Street, but appear to be slowing up around the dry cleaners. Let's send it up to Mike in the chopper.
Someone in line forgot their receipt. It's holding everyone up.
Thanks, Mike. The marathoners are now jockeying for position at the subway.
Oh, some guy got his tie stuck in the turnstile, and people aren't even helping him. This marathon is ruthless.
And there's yesterday's winner pulling into the lead. She's eating some new Nutri-Grain granola.
Grabbing that energy, that's a veteran move, Bob.
Oh, she just stole someone's cab.
Nutri-Grain announces new chewy granola bars. With the energy of granola and fruit plus B vitamins, you'll be ready for your own morning marathon. New Nutri-Grain granola, an energized way to respect yourself in the morning.
Here's another way to add up the savings at Jewel. Kellogg's Nutri-Grain granola bars and bites are just 4 for $10 for a limited time with your Jewel Preferred card.
This hourly segment is brought to you by OnStar.
You want more than just when and what. Find out why it's happening with the Inside Story on News Talk 890 WLS.
Don Wade and Roma at 7:42, 18 until 8 o'clock. We'll be talking with Cook County Public Guardian Patrick Murphy, who lost 3 staff members in that fire, who is calling for an independent inquiry board to look into the evacuation and response. And actually, he takes issue with Mayor Daley's and the Fire Commissioner James Joyce's contention that nothing went wrong in the response to the fire. Patrick Murphy will be talking to him here on WLS in minutes from now. But we have questions on the table. If you're a firefighter, we'd like the explanation of why you would send people up the staircase if you know that the doors are locked. Number 2, question for anyone, who do you blame if you're going to point a finger? Plus, we have some more insight. We have what I guess would be an expert in the plastics business. Lewis on the north side.
Good morning, Lewis.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Tell us.
What it is that the gentleman who was just on, who was mentioning about PVC pipe, that if it burns, it automatically lets off chlorine gas.
Yes.
Alderman
Stone.
When you talk about conduit, when you talk about piping that goes into different type of water systems, they have extenders, they have flame retardants, and they have other types of suppressants. The reason why you use things like PVC is because they will just melt down into almost like a water-type substance. They will not let off the gas when they are used interiorly, because those are the type of extenders that are used. So when you hear those kind of comments, you have to be very careful, because you're talking about the raw materials and not the finished product.
So would you suggest that perhaps Alderman Stone is only a perhaps victim of I'd hate to say propaganda from those people who don't like the idea of PVC being used rather than metal
pipe?
Yeah.
Yes.
And who would be the people who would be most interested in having metal pipes used?
The people who make the conduits and the people who make the sprinkler systems out of galvanized and double galvanized pipes.
And so I guess that would be city code that you'd have to use metal pipes instead of PVC.
It depends on the size of the building. It depends on the occupancy of the building. I'm not sure of all the different codes, but it is not just a straight cut and dried situation within our codes.
Okay, so he's not fully informed about what it's like when it's actually molded into use for that purpose.
So the scare tactic of the chlorine gas, we can maybe shelve that for a minute and say, wait a minute, let's look at that. Thanks, Louis.
For your point of view on that, the inside story. Let's talk to John in Park Ridge, who's a fire professional.
All right, he's on this line here. Hi, John. You're on WLS.
Good morning. Hello.
Hello, John. Sounds like there's a fire underway.
No, just an ambulance driving by.
Okay. Well, tell us about your perspective about sprinklers, about the stairwell, etc.
Well, I won't comment on the stairwells, but I did take exception to the sprinkler comments. A sprinkler system, a 13 system designed for that building would have absolutely suppressed to have stopped that fire before it got to a dangerous smoke stage. Virtually saving the people. I mean, I'm not privy to the exact cause or where the fire, originated or anything, but that's what a sprinkler system is for. It's going to suppress the smoke, keep the smoke from ever forming, and those people probably, in all respect, would not have faced the fate that they did.
The initial reports are that the temperature in the storage room, which they think that's where it emanated, they're now looking at a light fixture, faulty wiring or something back there, but they think it exceeded 2,000 degrees. Now, a sprinkler is set to go off when it reaches, 190 or something like that, isn't it?
Absolutely. The sprinklers are designed, depending upon the system, anywhere between 155 to 190 degrees. The sprinkler system would have went off and taken care of that fire kept the fire in check at the minimum, if not put the fire out from the get-go. We believe in sprinkler systems. Actually, sprinkler systems are at a point now where many residential communities like ours, Long Grove, all kinds of communities have laws in effect that you have to put a sprinkler system in a residential home. That's how much we believe in sprinkler systems and how they will protect the lives of your loved ones.
Yeah.
They're great because even if you're asleep and a fire breaks out, that's going to take care of it. You can sleep with some degree of peace, right?
Yes, ma'am, that's for sure. That's what they're there for.
All right.
Coupling a sprinkler system with smoke alarms, you've got a system that is the best in the world. It's the best technology you can have to protect the lives of your family and friends.
Okay. Thank you, John. Appreciate it.
Great advice.
Dale is on the Eisenhower with what appears to be a conundrum. Dale, welcome to WLS.
Good morning, Don and Roma.
Hi, Dale.
How you doing today?
Okay, so you are a property manager.
Yes, I'm property manager with a company, I really don't like to say who, but in downtown Chicago.
Okay.
I've probably got about 4 buildings that I manage, over 1 million square feet. And some of the things that kind of, hit a chord with me is when the alderman was talking that they shouldn't have evacuated the building.
Yeah.
We have been instructed by the fire department of the city of Chicago that if the fire alarm is set off in one of our buildings, that our entire staff is supposed to evacuate. And if they do not evacuate, we have been told that they will levy a $1,500 per person fine on all the people that they find in the building that have not evacuated.
Wow, because I believe it was James Joyce this weekend who was saying exactly the opposite, that ever since 9/11, building residents are told, do not evacuate, do not tell your...
Yeah, that would be James Joyce cut number 1. Can we just play back James Joyce cut number 1 and see what he says?
I'm not sure who gave the order to evacuate the building. It was not the fire department.
Okay, so he went on there saying that they don't, since 9/11, ask people to evacuate.
Well, if there's been changes made in the code, it has not been made apparent to the building managers. Also, we are required by the city of Chicago to have an evacuation and emergency plan in place. If they're not in place, we also can be fined for that. And in those evacuation plans, we have to have... what we do specifically is we have someone that we call a floor warden. And that person's responsibility, because these buildings run 24 hours a day, they know how many people are on that floor during their shift. If a fire breaks out, it's their responsibility to make sure that everyone on that floor is evacuated. And once they are, they hang a sign on the door that says this area has been inspected and is cleared.
Yeah, I know.
We do that here all the time at WLS. And
well, I'm sorry to interrupt you, Roma, but if we have that in place, then and we're required to have that by law, why didn't this city or county building have the same thing?
That's an excellent question. And what are they saying? We're getting such opposite directions from the fire chief.
So if the fire department says, oh, no, they should never have evacuated, they should never have given that order to evacuate, but if the building is told by code or whatever the law is, you must evacuate or you will be fined, as I said,
$1,500 per person.
Here's we have a conundrum here. Dale, thanks for the input, and we're trying to shine as much light into the dark corners as possible. We're going to talk to Patrick Murphy just after 8 o'clock. It's 10 until 8, WLS.
The Home Depot is more than a store. It's the right tool for the right job. The Home Depot's hardware department is home to thousands of tools that can make your next project that much easier, that much better, and that much faster. Right now, get a $10 Home Depot gift card through mail-in rebate for every $25 hand tool purchase. The more you buy, the more you get back. At the Home Depot, we have lots of hand tools for you to choose from. Get anything from your basics like wrenches, pliers, and hammers to mechanics tools and specialty tools. Let one of our associates help you find the tool that's right for your job. And at the Home Depot, we've also got great deals on select power tools. Just come in and see for yourself. Join us for Tool Days at America's largest toolbox, the Home Depot. You can do it. We can help. Offer valid through October 29th, 2003 in U.S. only with hand tool purchase. Maximum gift card offer of $80. Power tools excluded. See store for details.
All right, this is me. See you tomorrow.
Yeah, see ya.
Hey, there's a BMW 7 Series.
Nice.
Man, I wouldn't mind testing that out.
Take a couple corners and kick in the active roll stabilization?
Definitely.
Yeah. Wonder who owns it.
Why?
Well, maybe they'd let us take it out.
Oh, yeah, the guy's gonna just toss us the keys and be like, hey, fellas, want to take my brand new 7 Series for a spin?
You never know.
Hello?
Oh, hi. So this is your car?
Yeah.
Good job.
Save it.
The completely redesigned BMW 7 Series. If you don't have a friend who has one, you'll have to visit an authorized BMW center for a test drive.
Lease a 2003 745i for $759 per month for 36 months with $5,059 cash due at signing. Visit your authorized Group Chicago BMW Center or call 1-888-3114-BMW for lease details.
8 until 8, the WLS Chicagoland 3-day forecast. Sunshine, windy, unseasonably warm, a high of 83. The record for today is 86. We're going to get close. 83 today. Then tonight, clear and a low of 51.
It's like summer. Tomorrow, partly sunny, 62. Wednesday, sunny, 61. But today, a summer day, sunny, windy, warm, 83.
49 O'Hare, 54 Midway, DuPage 48, Lakefront 59. At 8 minutes to 8, WLS Time Saver Traffic, Ted Novak.
An accident Southwest Suburban Bridgeview at 79th and Roberts Road. Not too much with accidents in terms of the tollways. Southbound Tri-State does slow. We're out 132 to 137. Northbound heavy I-57 to pass Cicero onto the 290 ramp and North Avenue up to Toohey. Westbound at Northwest Tollway, heavy out of the Devon Toll Plaza. Eastbound, you'll find delays from Randall to the Elgin Toll, Route 59 to Bartlett, and Route 53 to the Des Plaines Oasis. Eastbound 88, your delay Route 59 to past Route 53. East of there, not too bad. Northbound 355 now slowing Boughton to Maple, and then you'll find road work, road work southbound, but it's not causing a backup. Elgin O'Hare Expressway getting to that point, though. Eastbound delays are now beginning from Irving Park and stretch to about Thorndale. Lakeshore Drive has built up southbound from Belmont to North Avenue. Northbound heavy just north of Soldier Field. Reports brought to you by Ford Quality Check. To get peace of mind and make your next vehicle purchase a certified pre-owned vehicle from your local Ford, Lincoln, or Mercury certified pre-owned dealer. To find the dealer nearest you, visit FordCPO.com. Ted Novak, WLS, Time Saver Traffic.
This Business Minute is brought to you by HP. With HP innovation, technology, and people, everything is possible. To learn more, visit HP.com.
This is Daniel Roth with Fortune Magazine. Of all the things college teaches, add this to the list. how to create destructive programs that can cripple a company. This fall, the University of Calgary in Alberta started offering a class that teaches students the history and ethics of computer viruses. It also teaches them how to write viruses. That has antivirus firms up in arms, arguing there's no need to learn the craft. More than 100 security experts have signed an open letter asking the university to kill the class. But the school says that learning how to write viruses is a key way on learning how to end them.
This Business Minute is brought to you by HP. HP collaborates with its partners to provide security solutions through expertise, products, and proven methodologies that will help keep your company safe. To learn how you can get more with HP, visit hp.com.
It's 7:54 on WLS. I got just about tackled this weekend meeting radio friends when Donna and I went out to Naperville to Benny's out there, and so many people just wanted to hug and say thank you for introducing me to Natron's Healthy Trinity, because it changed my health, or it changed my life, or it saved my life. I love hearing that from friends who found this product to do everything that they dreamed of. If you're having digestive problems, if you're suffering, don't continue to do that. Try this product, because it is pure bacteria to replenish the good microflora you need to stay healthy, fight bad bacteria, don't suffer anymore. They offer a 90-day money-back guarantee, so you can try it with no risk. Just call the toll-free number, mention my name, Roma, to get a 10% discount on your whole first order, and write this number down right now, 1-866-4-NATRON. That's 866-462-8736. Natron's Healthy Trinity. It works. 7:55 on WLS.
Time now for a WLS Wall Street Journal update with Doug McQuillan. Morning, Doug.
Steve, good morning, everyone. The early indicators are trending higher. The S&P futures and the NASDAQ futures up a couple of points. The London Exchange higher. Dow component Citigroup opened the second week of third-quarter earnings reports by topping the profit estimates. And another blue chipper, 3M, posted a higher-than-expected third-quarter net income thanks to a weaker dollar and stronger sales. The maker of Scotch tape also raised its full-year outlook. So there's a couple of stocks to check out today. A lot of folks in Chicagoland are getting in way over their heads these days. According to one study, it finds continued high rates of foreclosure activity in the Chicago metro area, and there's a prediction of a surge early next year despite new state legislation aimed at curbing abusive lending. Well, if you're looking forward to trying out that new nasal spray flu vaccine, don't go to Walmart to get it. The world's largest retailer has dropped plans to sell flu mist because it's not sure if pharmacists can legally administer the vaccine in certain states. Once again, stocks may start slightly higher. I'm Doug McQuillan, News Talk 890 WLS.
If you make the decisions at your company, you're somehow supposed to know a little bit about everything. One eye on operations, another on cash flow. Meeting about purchasing while thinking about sales. Thing is, just because you wear a lot of hats doesn't mean you wear a cape. Your Bank One Financial Solutions team is a dedicated group designed to bring you ideas to energize your business. So you, Mr. or Ms. Superhero, don't have to do it all yourself. Curious about how to reduce back office expenses? Looking to maximize working capital? Interested in using technology to accelerate payments and collections? Let's talk. Your Bank One Financial Solutions team brings you ideas designed to save you time, save you money, even make your business more competitive, so you'll look like a real superhero. For ideas to energize your business, drop by bank1.com/ideas, the business side of Bank One, where your company gets individual answers.
Member FDIC.
Money for Iraq, loan or layaway?
How about your Marshall Field card?
Jay and Eileen with the Inside Story. Weekdays 9 to 11 a.m. on News Talk 890 WLS.